A homeowner just got their property tax bill after buying, and the monthly total jumped before they even settled in. So what was supposed to stay stable is already starting to move. And now they're already adjusting their budget before they've even unpacked. Because the first thing you do is not celebrate anymore. It's open your banking app like it's just betrayed you. Because now you're not thinking about the house. You're thinking about how tight the month just got. And you ever notice that moment? You finally get the keys, you walk into the house like, hey, this is it. I made it. And the house is like, yeah, wait a minute. Welcome to phase 2. Because nobody tells you phase 2 even exists. They sell you on phase 1 like it's the whole movie. And then it's like, oh, here's your payment. Here's your number. This is what you'll pay every month. And that's what you think you have. And that's the trailer. They actually never show you the extended cut because ownership is not just one bill. Ownership is like joining a group chat you can't mute. Mortgage is in there like, yeah, I've been here. And insurance jumps in like, hey, I just renewed. Taxes will slide in like, hey, you know what? We ran the numbers again. And utilities are already typing. And maintenance never sends a message, does it? Maintenance just shows up at your door like, hey, I exist. And that's when the number starts moving. Not dramatically and not all at once, just enough to make you feel it. Like when your chair slowly gets smaller and you don't notice until your knees are in your chest. You're like, wait, was it always this tight or did something happen? Because something did happen. And that's what's happening to a lot of people right now. It's not just one bill. It's a lot of them leaning in at the same time. And that's why you're seeing this whole people don't want to pay taxes conversation explode. I mean, it sounds political on its face. It even sounds dramatic, but really, it's someone looking at their paycheck like it just got more responsibilities than it applied for. And that's the real issue here. Because once you buy a house, that number, well, it becomes the anchor. Everything else has to fit around it. And when everything else gets heavier, you don't feel it in theory. You feel it when you hesitate before swiping your card. You feel it when something breaks. Your first thought is not fix it. It's can this wait? And that's when your budget changes personality. Your budget used to be confident. Your budget is now cautious. Your budget used to be like, hey, you know what? We got this. Now your budget's like, do we got this? And that's the shift. And some people are trying to buy back space however they can. And that's where this whole go exempt thing comes in. People say, I'll deal with taxes later. And I get that. That's not rebellion necessarily. That's someone just trying to breathe. That's like moving bills around your kitchen table like you're playing financial Tetris. You go here, you go there, you wait. You definitely wait. And then that's not strategy. It ends up being survival. But here's the problem at the end of the day. Delayed pressure doesn't disappear. It just waits. And then it comes back like it hit the gym. Now it's bigger. It's stronger. Now it's like, hey, you remember me? And that's the same pattern you see in housing right now. It's not usually one big collapse. It's small shifts that stack up little by little. So what happens? Insurance starts stacking up. It goes up. Taxes, they never go down. Utilities stay elevated. Maintenance shows up eager and early. And now the number you agreed to doesn't feel like the real number anymore. And that is the existential trap. Not that it was unaffordable on one day. It's that it gets harder to carry over time. And nobody really models that because everything is presented like a snapshot. This is your payment. Yeah, today it's your payment. But life is not a screenshot. Life is a timeline. And on that timeline, all of these numbers move. Speaking of numbers, or speaking of numbers moving at least, people saw gas prices dip just a little and thought, okay, we're good now. And it's like, no, households don't live in headlines. They live in lag. And that's the problem with this whole thing because prices go up like they're sprinting. But unfortunately, they come down like they're on vacation. Companies, they already adjusted. Shipping, they already priced everything in. Food already moved, utilities already reflected it. So even if things calm down, your budget is still dealing with yesterday's panic. It's like someone turning the music down after your ears are already ringing. Technically, yeah, of course it's quieter, but you're still like, dang, I can't hear my own thoughts. And while all that's happening, property taxes are doing their own thing. Because nothing says stability like a bill that changes after you've already agreed to everything. And that's the part that hits differently. That's the part that hits homeowners specifically differently, because you're not negotiating anymore. You're already committed. And then the tax bill shows up like, hey, small update, but there's nothing small about that update. That's like ordering a meal, finishing it, and then the waiter comes back like, hey, you know what? We adjusted the price. And you're sitting there like, adjusted? Adjusted to what? Your mood? Because that's how all of this feels, doesn't it? Especially when the value of a house isn't even rising the way people expect it. Now, it's not just expensive right now, it feels inconsistent. And once something feels inconsistent, you stop trusting it. People stop trusting it. And once you stop trusting the number, everything changes. You hesitate more. You might delay more. You might second guess what's around you more. You start revisiting decisions that already happened. And that's when you know the pressure is real, because it's not theoretical anymore. It's really behavioral. And that's why a lot of the comments that you see are so intense right now. People aren't just mad. They're recognizing something. They're realizing the cost didn't move one at a time. The pressure didn't come from one place. And the flexibility they thought they had was smaller than it looked. And that's the real story. The real story isn't just taxes. It's not just housing. It's not simply just energy. It's all of it. All of it stacking one on top of another after another. And when it stacks like that, even stable situations, they start to feel incredibly unstable. And that's really the moment, isn't it? I mean, that's the shift. And the wild part about all this, especially for so many people, is this is just the beginning of realizing it. All right, guys, let me know what you guys think. Put it in the comments section below. I look forward to reading and replying to all of your guys' comments. Thank you guys so much again for joining me here on The Baseline.